Hey universe, what's up? Um, if I sound a little smug and arrogant, well, this is episode 53. Hello, prime numbers, welcome back. And I do feel a little smug and arrogant, much like this one time. I used to wait tables. I was a bartender. I've done my time in the food service industry. I suppose I still technically am. But all categorizations aside, the story is about smug and arrogant, which was a comment made to one of my managers when I was helping a table of 8 women who all wanted separate checks. And frankly, that was never a problem for me. I can keep track of all your individual orders. I can even tally them up in my head and give you your individual tickets without even having to use a computer. That's just not a problem. I have, for whatever reason, the Excel spreadsheet of a mathematical mind to do those things in my head. So I know that's the kind of thing that gets effed up in almost every restaurant situation because I never actually depended on the computer to do it because those situations would F up. But delivering that sort of service personally, especially if challenged by someone at the table who might have been a little headstrong herself, that wasn't I going to need a calculator at the very least, yada yada. Well, I might have been smug and arrogant in the precision with which I responded to that table and my ability to compute therein. And so when I was told by my manager that they had complained of such an attitude, I asked my manager, well, if you've earned it, don't you get to show it? Circling back to earning it. 53. I've recorded 53 times. Do you know how unlikely that was? I mean, the over-under was like 7. So 53, 53, 53. I'm very proud of myself. And I'm taking this moment in a show that's somewhat going to be about my regrets and missteps and way overuse of words like capacity. But redirect? Sure. Redirect of justice to pursue? Well, let's just say that using that once is overusing it because I don't even know what that phrase means. So are there plenty of mistakes and misspeaks and stumble bumbles in the first 52 and this one already? Yes. So what? So what? So what? So what? I said I would get better at this, and I think I did. I don't think I got great at it. I don't even think I'm going to get great at it. But I do think I got better, and that's all I'm trying to do, is continue to get better. So in my how did I do on improving grade, I give myself a B+. I'm sure there are things I don't even know that I should have improved that I didn't, but I know there are things that I didn't expect to improve that I did. So hey, bonus, 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 bonus. So what do I regret? I only regret really one thing, and that's the whole labor ready thing. That's my only regret in all of January, if we're being frank. And happy February 1st. I don't know if I said that already, I might have. But I thought today I might be sharing some insight with my hippie friend. And actually, I did share some insight with my hippie friend. That's one of the reasons I'm in this buoyant mood. I had a conversation with her on the phone and spent about a half hour hashing through some of what I hash through in my head all the time. I really think I like her. In fact, if ever I get a chance to speak to her in a recorded session, I would love it because I have a lot of respect for her. And I have a lot of respect for hippies in general. Screw you, Cartman. But I'm not a hippie, so I'm not trying to pose. I'm on your side, hippie group. But I do regret the labor ready thread. I regret it not just in this recording. That's not even where I regret it. I'm glad I told you about it because what I regret is throwing that shit out in the universe because it's bullshit. like I said, what that little bit of shade does is fail to illuminate how glorious the nets of support that have always been there for me, provided by my family, are. How strong they are, how they're made of Kevlar fiber. They have never been anything but ready to catch me. So, if ever I deserved a little, I do love Calvin and Hobbes, which is why I've always hated the Calvin peeing on the ground decal. But if ever I deserve to be peed on by Calvin, that labor-ready moment qualifies. So yeah, I regret that. But think about this. I used to live in regret of everything mostly I was doing in life. And here I just went, 31 days, with one regret. I didn't know I was capable of that. Seriously, I did not know I was capable of that. And here I have documentation of it. Are there piddly regrets? Sure. I regret recording that session walking through snow and ice that made it unlistenable. I regret putting the microphone on my back as I walked home from the store with, I don't even know what. It sounded like, that's all you got. I regret the shower joke. Kind of, because I kind of think it's funny. But I regret that I just want to be a practical joker. I don't know if I regret that. That wasn't on my list, so screw it. I'm not committing to that regret. I regret Phoebe's nails on my hardwood floor. Phoebe has a phobia with her nails being touched, and so I grind them down with a Dremel, and they've always been long, but we do what we can. Phoebe's my best friend. Phoebe is my Scooby-Doo. Oh, and you know another one? Shaggy's Adam apple. Come on. Shaggy's the only Adam's apple I ever knew. It's the only one. And now it's gone. Sure. Okay. So I don't regret the Mandela Effect episode at all. I'm glad I did it. In fact, I wish I'd have done it earlier now. But I'm not going to do the next conspiracy one earlier. It'll be episode 25 of the next group. See, what happened was, but this one might take episodes 25, 26, and even 27 to get through, because this one shattered me. But that's just what we like to call in the business, like I'm in the business, a teaser, maybe? Is that what they call it? A promotion? A stay tuned after the commercial break. Here's something of value to make you sit down and watch these Stouffer's Stovetop Stuffing commercials, followed by Kit Kat and Febreze. Maybe. I regret too much motion. I like to think and pace. I pace. I walk back and forth. I'm doing it right now in my bedroom on the carpet, so you can't hear me. When I do it in the living room on the hardwood, you can hear me. When I do it in the kitchen, you can hear me. When I do other stuff, you can hear me. There's too much motion, so I will try to stop that. And that will help reduce ambient noise. But I do regret the amount of ambient noise in all the recordings. I will get better at that because I will find a solution that solves it. But until then, clipping my microphone like I have right now is the best solution I have. And I hope it's one that is improving the experience on anybody listening on your end, because it matters to me. It matters to me that this experience is not harsh or unnecessarily harsh for anybody willing to participate. Because if you're listening to this, let me tell you I love you the most, because you're taking time out of your day to help me reflect on me reflecting on me. That's about the most selfish ask I have left. So if you're here and listening to this in a capacity to communicate a bigger sense of the universe, I love you the most. So I don't regret any of you being here. Yeah, choppy dialogue. I think maybe in segments 3 or 4, there could be some conversational introduction. I think one of the reasons my dialogue's so choppy is because I'm trying to filter my head thoughts into communicative language without an audience other than my cat and my dog. Certainly, a conversational exchange would be way more interesting to listen to. But for reasons that are personal, and especially in this next section or two, I just don't have the stones to have the conversation with anything other than my cat and my dog. I'll share everything with you, but doing it person to person, I fear that I will be a varnished version of myself rather than the stark, honest self I want to be. Now, once all that's on the table, yeah, let's hash over all my weaker moments. But to describe them fairly means to describe them isolated from influence other than truth and revelation. So, choppy dialogue for now. I hope in some way, much like a good Seinfeld episode, all those unrelated threads in the end converge. If I can pull that off, I'll be impressed, because I know how many unrelated threads are out there. And I apologize for choppy dialogue. I apologize for choppy trains of thoughts. And I apologize for what I'll concede is being too high to keep my conversation on topic. Fair enough. Those are things I regret, and I find fair criticism. Okay. Did I make any mistakes that I should correct? Mentioning people's names. And that will be one that I go out of my way to correct in the next module and for going forward. Like I said, if there's anything I will ever edit, it would just be to erase names. I don't intend to, but it could happen because I am in no way here to expose anyone for any reason whatsoever. Now, I have exposed my parents. I have exposed my last name. I have exposed who I am. I do not want any creepy internet communication to go anywhere but to me. You want to have a conversation, have it with me. You can find me at any point. If you look for me, you will find me. I'm ready to have conversation with anybody, but do not connect or reach out to or in any way think that it's appropriate to talk to anyone in this dialogue other than me. That's just wrong. So I'm here. I've initiated this conversation, so of course I'll have it in a manner of one-on-one with anybody. But I'll have it with anybody because I don't want anybody else I've spoken to about or with to be a target of any interest other than as an associate of mine. Period. I don't really know what else to say there. So that's why when See What Happened Was gets going, I will be protecting the names of the innocent with stupid names like Seattle Rain or Doggy Paw or Undersole Athletic Shoe, Nike brand. Boy, that would get cumbersome. So don't expect that one to make the group. But Seattle Rain, I like that. Matter of fact, count on that to be alias number 1 when I need one. Okay. Women, how you going to be? Choke artist rising. Yeah, some stuff to say for future revelations. But I'm not, again, I don't really have purpose here, right? I'm not doing this. I don't regret that, though. Do I regret putting you through it? Sure. But I can't regret giving myself a forum that feels like I did it right and I completed it. Do you know how many, excuse me, I have to cough. Do you know how many things I have started and failed to complete? I can just look around my house right now and see 7 of them. 11, 13. Prime numbers are cool. And yet, 3.1415926535897. Do you see how good a memory some of us have? And you want to tell me that I now am misremembering the spelling of Febreze? Do you really want to tell me that? Okay. Way to go, Hamilton. It's something I can't regret because I finished it. So that's why I gave myself an E-. It was really a project that was either going to finish with a grade in the range of A or a grade that was an F. This was a pass-fail class. And I passed. So what do I regret? Not much. I regret some of the ways that I misused words. I regret the enormous misuse of the English language in grammatical form. And, for instance, resonate, emerge, point is, cascade, reckless abandon, in that regard, regarding, in regards, regards to, esteem, self-esteem, cliche, capacity, ding, 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 the winner, purge, cascade, on that note, compartmentalized, slip-slotted, again, like redirect of justice to pursue. Slip-slotted gets one chance in the universe, and it's already been overused. And redirect, I've already mentioned. All right, last regret. Drugs. It's hard to listen back to the first 52 and not think there's still a taste in my head for crystal meth. I hear it, and I'm admitting it. Here's the thing. I don't actually feel the attraction, the magnetic draw, the compulsion to chase that, because what I hear is a desire for clarity. I want to live in a universe where I know everything I'm experiencing is real. I want that clarity. That's all I want. I want to know I'm having an altruistic moment with you because the clarity of it doesn't have to be questioned. That's what I want. That's the universe I'm trying to manifest. And that's what crystal meth gives you until it rips everything else out of your life. And it only gives you that once. So, again, when I say, sometimes I feel like I got really lucky with drugs, this is another way I feel like I got really lucky with drugs. Would I do crystal meth if it was sitting on this table right now? No, I wouldn't. Because I've had enough experience with where drugs go to know that that moment of clarity isn't worth the downside. But I'm not going to stop chasing that moment of clarity. That's what all this is. I'm on crystal meth. I mean, not really. But here I am. This is what it did for me. It took away the clutter. It made me feel driven and focused to do something. Well, here I am. Yay. But the drug chatter is too loose. I do not think addictive properties are a way to healing your soul. If anything, I think they will destroy your soul. Listen to this, because it will be the message I use going forward. We're all here to figure out our journey, but none of us are here to get so compulsively directed toward one behavior that it's all we do. And that's what many drugs become. So do not think they have answers. They don't. Pot being an exception. Probably not a fair one to most of you, but it's fair in my universe. So since pot's getting legalized everywhere else, it's getting fairer in your universe too. And isn't that what we all want here? A universe that's fair for all of us?